Hey family, good evening. It's Wednesday, my off day of dialysis. Someone asked me to do a video on what it's like to be in crisis. And this is a complex answer, and it may be different for each person with sickle cell disease. I know prior, I can tolerate up to about a 7 before I kind of seek help, which is kind of a shame. On a good day, I can, I'll be maybe a 3, 4 on the pain scale that, they use or whatever. But different people tolerate different levels. Now, a full-blown pain crisis like I was in when I was just hospitalized 2 weeks ago, with acute chest, which is probably one of the worst things you can experience in the hospital, and it causes so much death. That's why my fear of death was there, because I've made it through 3 times. This will be the 3rd time. I finally got something done to my hair. I just blow dried it finally. But in a pain crisis, if I could describe it, it feels like hot barbed wire or like razor wire being heated really hot, searing hot, and being pulled through your vascular system, your arms, your legs, whatever it is that hurts. And also imagine somebody being able to control that hot wire going through your body with like electric, like zapping you according to the heartbeat, because sometimes I get the pulsating where it hurts with every heartbeat. Bzz, 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 bzz. Then you get into these weird pretzel positions, which a lot of us don't talk about, but they know what I'm talking about. The pretzel positions provide comfort. You get in weird positions, look like you're doing yoga. I'm on all fours, look like a dog, a horse. In this hospital this time, I was like bent backwards like an S. It looked really uncomfortable, but it was like stretching my ribs, and that gave me a little bit of comfort, I guess. I couldn't take a full breath. I could only take sips of air, and that was it. Anything beyond that was extreme pain. I think my stay was short as it was, only the 12 days, because I forced myself and was constantly taking deep breaths from even the ER, going in the emergency room. I was forcing myself, taking deep breaths, because I know the deep breaths are gonna open up the lungs, and I don't want to fall into respiratory depression and pneumonia, which I had already. But I think that's why my stay was so short, 12 days, which, I say it's short because I've been there like in a month. For a whole month, I've been in ICU for like 2 weeks, so things happened quick. I want to say because I was forcing the breaths. So that's the one thing I preach, with sickle cell. Take deep breaths every day. Like they give you that incentive spirometer thing that, a lot of us don't do. Do it. You don't got to do it every hour, 10 times. But do it. Do it a couple times a day. At very least, take 10 deep breaths in the morning, noon, and at night before bed. Open up those lungs, expand those lungs, stretch those alveoli, get oxygen in your lungs. And drink a lot of water. I battle between not being able to drink and hydrate and, drinking a lot with dialysis and sickle cell. They're both, I'll do a video on that, talking about dialysis and sickle cell and why they're like each other's enemy and why it's so hard to balance both of them. But that's what a sickle cell full-blown crisis feels like to me. Just barbed wire, razor wire, searing hot and electrified, being pulled through your body wherever it's hurting. constantly, and you just wanting relief. I remember being in so much pain, asking for them to put me to sleep. I said, can you put me to sleep for like 2-3 days and then I'll just wake up and feel better? I even asked for lidocaine injections, like when they give you, when you're at the dentist and they inject, Novocaine, lidocaine and stuff like that for numbing effect. I wanted it in my legs. I was like, can you just numb my leg for like 2 days or something? So I was desperate. I wanted any kind of relief, and that's what I usually never say 10. I'm always like, at the worst, if I'm in the ER, I say 9. This time I was saying 11, so I never say 10. If it's a 10, I'm saying 11, which is rare that I admit to a 10 or 11. It's always like, 8 or 9. I rarely use 10 because I know what a 10 is to me. But yeah, that's what an intense crisis feels like. It'll be different with each person. Sometimes it's squeezing. Sometimes it feels like a cold ache, like something's freezing that area. Sometimes a hot ache. Sometimes both. Sometimes it's pulsating. Pulsating, intense, stabbing, definite stabbing. All these things, all these words are good adjectives to describe what sickle cell pain feels like. So I'm gonna let you go. The first video I did was a 20-minute rant, and I just wanted to focus on this one. I didn't get off topic too much, but that's what sickle cell crisis feels like to me. If I could just, I still feel like it doesn't do it justice, but those are the words that I have that can describe a sickle cell crisis. You have a good day, folks. Keep praying for me. I'll pray for you, and ciao.